Chief Judge will read going right there. That must be your notebook. I was missing a notebook. Okay, the only way I know to record is just to start the meeting. Greetings, this is the Speak for Yourself workshop. I'm testing to see how our speaker works. And the person that's judging this is out in the lobby on her iPhone. We can use the speaking area is from this thing, this lectern, over here to this big old TV that we can't get out of the way. And this is the speaking area. We'll have that little lectern set right here where if you want to have your speech, you can lay it on there and do your speech. I went ahead and assigned the speaking order. I knew you were gonna say that, but we want the perkiest people first. Oh my God. Look at your sweater. Okay.
I don't want to take this off because I got a terrible tan line here.
How do you do? How pretty. That'd be good. Anyway, I'm hoping that this setup right here will be good.
So, question. So we can't have the whole piece of paper out, just the note cards?
That we have that, you remember that little portable lectern that sits on the table?
Yes.
You can lay that flat and you don't have to hold it. And it would be easier for you to, because see, come down here. You can see yourself on the camera.
I've been taller now since I was here.
You'll be seeing yourself there.
Okay.
But if you lay it, see, you can kind of, what I would do is like you lay it out like this, and then you just have to change one page at a time. And if it's up, lift it up a little bit and see, no one will see your papers.
And if I have to glance on it, that's okay?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I hope we're not making it too scary for you, but what we're doing is we're making it professional for you. So once you learn, this is your learning curve, man. It might be scary for you to do this today, have a recorded speech and everything, and then they have judges and stuff. It's a great experience. You'll just know it for the rest of your life and can go anywhere. Y'all can be on the international stage giving a speech anytime. And I predict, how is it?
It works great. It's perfect. Your normal speed.
Is it
your
clear
normal voice
enough?
is very clear.
I said, no, I want you to meet Patty Myers. She's the executive director of Stewart.
No, you want the judges if you're allowed to know. And not either, but I know
They're,
your face.
the judges are members of my Toastmasters Club, Afterburners. And
In Springtown, yeah.
they're not here yet, but usually when it's a Toastmasters contest and not students, this is y'all's first year, but anyway, you don't really know who the judges are. And usually they're really quiet and they'll do their grading. And at the very end of the contest, they select first, second, and third place. And then they sign it and they fold up a little piece of paper and they kind of go like this. And there's ballot counters that are set to go and pick up their ballots so that you don't really notice who the judges are because they're supposed to be kind of invisible to you. That'll be hard to do it in this type of room, but anyway, they're also going to kind of do a little, give you a little evaluation that you'll get to take home with you. Not their score sheet, because that's private. And you have to remember, judges, anywhere you go, it's all subjective. It's their opinion. You see what I'm saying? You don't even have to necessarily agree with them, but we want them to be fair enough to give you at least a good guidance of, okay, I need to work on this and that type of thing, you know. But
Is everyone getting awards or just the ones? Like it says.
there's only going to be trophies for first, second, and third place, but you get a certificate.
Okay.
I'm so nervous.
It's gonna be, I know. I mean, you'll never stop being nervous. And so the secret to get around your nerves is to take good, keep breaths. And if it's like me, angels, please help me. Please, my little angels, come and help me. And they always do.
Oh my God, it's just an angel.
Huh?
You know how the cartoons have their devil?
Yes, you have your own guardian angels. So you know that, just say that, help me get through this, and they'll do everything to help you get through that. Try to get your butterflies to fly in formation. Find a friendly face to look at. That guy back there might be a good friendly face.
It's just like what?
Because he'll smile at you while you're doing,
So just be like.
just kind of glance at him, and I mean, he wants you to do so good. He's your cheerleader.
He's just like, you're not doing good, but I'm gonna smile. Yeah.
Oh, I had to get the timing machine. Oh my God. We're excited. It's like, what was I thinking when you planning committee? Oh, yeah. That's in 2 weeks.
Well, I told you when you mentioned March or something. So I'm gonna get back to
See, here's the, they tell me to speak on what you know. The only thing I can figure out after 7 years is I'm a bit procrastinator. And the thing about being a procrastinator is you put everything off to the very last minute. It only takes a minute.
Great headline.
That's right. But I do my best work in the crunch. It's like, all these people can plan.
Tell that to Mike.
Are they good planners or are they like me?
I guess because the technical events that we have to put on, it requires us in advance. And so we give people that want to do this last minute. I should, here's my story. But
We'll have to rearrange it. with
everybody's
schedule.
schedule.
I think,
Especially it's when they were past the mayor and the attendants, like, did you think about this? Did you think about this? She's gonna have her details, so we have to make sure that she has secure parking or security. They're like, oh.
I tell you what, I worked for Burgolasty, I mean, got OCD, but he's brilliant, he just is so detailed, so incredibly detailed. I was a secretary. Hey, Chief Judge.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good.
You're the first judge here, but here's the law stuff.
Okay, perfect. So,
There's 3.
okay.
3 rounds of ballots. I didn't have that thing on the end,
Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay.
you know, and I even put their names on there. So,
Okay, wonderful. Oh, perfect. Okay.
there'll be 9 speakers, one of
Already got them in order.
Yeah.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
Lots of other others, so that's good.
and
Any particular place you want us to?
I can leave that up to you, you're the judge, because I know, Seven's getting the timing, like, we're gonna have that on that back road, because it's the light. And the speakers already have the name tags.
Okay.
They're in,
Okay, so
they're in reverse, the speakers are in reverse.
Okay. Then we'll sit in front of the timing lights and sort of.
That, yes.
So I'll have us 30 just kind of sitting right here at the end of
Oh,
this.
look at this. You're so much, that's sweet. I swear, this is for me to go get a margarita.
I mean, and then all right, it's been so long since I've been down here. So is there restrooms on here?
Yes, go straight across that lobby area to your right.
Okay.
You need a receipt. I don't know about us.
Walker, yeah. That is too funny. That is so bad.
Oh, boy. Go over there to the middle. Right here.
Are you so cool?
Here's one time. Okay. So here's that.
Hello, how are you, sir?
Okay. So. We need to tell you,
Last day.
this is Kim's story, the chief judge.
Nice to meet you.
And speeches 4 to 5 minutes. Say 4, right, 3:30.
Well, I got this.
Yes. So, I learned. Yes. And we have another.
Okay, that's this weekend.
That's where you were last week.
Okay, so
No, okay, last week it was, but different.
at 4 minutes, you do the green.
I started, I should
At
probably
4
do that too.
minutes.
But I'm saying,
Five
the
minutes.
big start was Saturday. Okay, okay. I wanted to start taking it. I didn't want to.
Give me your email address.
Oh, yes,
So I can,
She's not here yet. Okay, good. And then you write all them down here. Each thing at a time. Yeah, so,
not you can stay tonight.
Right.
So. Yeah.
internal.
I don't know.
And when they. The first week.
You wanted to set up a Zoom thing, right? Or set up a recording thing?
I have it going right.
Oh, you do
now.
right now? I didn't even notice that. Excellent. So you don't need me to do that.
So, well, I just,
It's all good in there.
what do you think? I mean, there's,
I would tilt it down a little bit. But, oh, I see. There's split screen. Okay,
oh, yeah, there's another, that's my iPad,
Yeah.
but
cool. Yeah, that works.
I can.
Yeah, because I'm at the top right here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that works.
Yeah.
Gives them plenty of room to get around.
Yeah.
You need any light or are we good on light?
Well, what do you think? It's,
Yeah. Well, you know what?
they're gonna be really up here because they're gonna be like looking at their notes actually, so.
You want to give them the light to look at or no?
How does that
This is a
work?
cheap one. It just lights up. You can put a phone here if you want.
So we would just like set it,
Yeah, I could set it wherever you wanted, do whatever you like, put it lower and pointing up.
set it behind that laptop.
Yeah, I could actually set it behind the table and where it just shines up if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that there's electric plugs on the other side.
Yeah, I've got I think I got it worked out. Yeah, that'll work.
Well, and then that little lecture's gonna be here.
Okay. Yeah, that's just for backup light. We won't put a phone on or anything, but power strip too. It's part of my setup for the test side I'm working. I got extra PPE if we need it.
Pardon? You're gonna be a timer. And so, Doug will kind of give you a little brief on what we have.
Right.
Oh, that brightened it up. a lot, didn't it? Of course, now that lectern, I don't guess that bothers it because it's still kind of.
Yeah, we can move it or do whatever you want. We can work it out. We got.
Yep, I got it. Got you. Does you seem like what's moving?
I think it's right up there.
Oh, well, we have two additional timers.
Oh,
So they're
okay.
taking care of all that. So you don't have to worry about it. So just for stuff right now. So that's still what's going on with the comments.
Children. I love this. Good to see you. Hello. How are y'all? Yes. Good. Yeah, so this is your, this is your gals. Well, I know I always listen to speakers, so. Here. Speakers.
I saw them. Okay. I think I want to talk to all of you guys to kind of give you a briefing of how this little speech contest is going to go. When we start, we're going to do the speech contest first. Then when the final speaker has finished, we'll give the judges just a few more minutes to finish grading that particular speaker, and then they'll leave the room to tally all of the scores. At that time, we're going to just do some table topics and have some fun. But here's how we've already assigned the speaking order, okay? So when it's your turn to speak, I'm going to be the Toastmaster, and we have 1 minute of silence between every speech. If you're the next speaker, or even the first speaker, you're going to come down at least to the end of these steps. If it's easier for you to come this way, do that, okay? So that when I announce your name, I'm going to say it this way. Please welcome Kendall Abernathy. I will say, I need to get your speech titles, and I'll get that next. You can tell me the speech title at that minute, but in that minute, I will say what the speech title is, Kendall Abernathy, Kendall, the speech title again, and her name, and then you walk in and we're gonna shake hands, or you can just bump fists to be safe, okay? And I'll leave the stage. This is the stage. I don't know if we'll have the lectern, but you can lay your papers on this table if you need to have your speech here. You have, did you bring prompts?
No.
Okay. You have the liberty of going all the way over to here to this lectern. If you want to move around and use that stage. But it's best if you kind of come right here where you're recorded on the camera, because we want to see your pretty face. When you are finished with your speech, it's appropriate to go, Madam Toastmaster, like, call me, I'm Madam Toastmaster. That means your speech is through. You don't have to say thank you or nice knowing you or anything on the ending of your speech. Say, Madam Toastmaster, I'll come up and we'll bump fists again and you go sit down, okay? So the rule in professional speaking is can never be left all by itself. Always somebody is in command of it. You give the speech to somebody else, they leave, and when they're through, they call somebody back to change the guard. Okay, do y'all have any questions about their speech? Good luck and smile. Please, please take your mask off while you are speaking. You can just lay it on the table and then pick it up when you leave. But we want to see your face and your smile.
Do I have time to go to the restroom real quick?
Yes,
Yes, if anybody needs to go to the restroom,
now's a good time. Okay, thank you and good luck, guys.
Remember for my ladies, I know I also have my hair done too, but if you forget on my hair here, so we can see your beautiful faces, that would be wonderful.
Hey, Phil. I'll be that quick. I think it's good. Okay.
Come. Are you guys ready? Huh? Oh, come on, Anna. extra speech power.
We'll start. Take a quick picture. Oh,
Big smile on 3. Smile, I feel like I'm taking a test.
Miss Laura.
That's all.
Oh,
Including you.
I'll stay right here.
Perfect. Ready, smile. Take your mask off. Take a picture of the video as well. Ready? 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you. Lauren, 30 seconds. Can you move?
A minute? Or do you think 30 seconds is good? You decide.
We got people for you.
All righty, let's make this happen, okay? This is officially about to start. I am so excited to be able to be here with you guys tonight, and I'm so excited that you guys were brave enough to come back and be a part of this contest. At this time, we'll have a pledge and inspiration from Tiffany Morales. Tiffany?
Hello, everyone. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. My fellow Toastmasters, helpers of the Speaker for Change contest, and of course, the fellow contestants. Thank you all for being here. And it is my honor as your pledge/inspirational quote person of the day to give you just a little bit of encouragement, just to ease the stress of what's going to happen in the next hour. My quote to you today comes from American entrepreneur and also New York Times bestseller, Marie Forleo. And her quote says that success does not come from doing things occasionally. It comes from doing things consistently. And I would like to corroborate every single one of you for all of your hard work, dedication, and learning that brought you here today. And I know no matter the results of today, that you will continue to strive to succeed in every step you take and learn from every mouth that is willing to teach. With that, I turn it back to our host of the contest.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we're going to ask all of our guests and our dignitaries to please stand. You too. All of our guests. Don't be shy, all of our guests. On behalf of Afterburners and Speak for Yourself Star Sponsorship, we invite you to enjoy what's going on tonight, and we thank you for being a part of the program. And at this time, I'm going to introduce a marvelous lady. Her name is Laura Stewart. Laura is the most hardworking person I've ever met. I thought I was hardworking until I met Laura. Laura is that person who's willing to something happens. And that is one of the traits that she has that I love. Laura is an afterburner. She's been an afterburner for 18, 8 years? 8 years. 8 years, but I promise you, she has the knowledge of a 20-year veteran. Laura is now our VP of Education. She has been president. She has probably been a lot of other things. And she's part of the reason that our club, Afterburners, is as successful as it is. So on tonight, I ask you, with your biggest applaud, to applaud our Toastmaster for the night, Laura.
Toastmasters, thank you, Phyllis, for that great. And it's so exciting to finally see all of you here. Thank you to all the parents who came to back your students for this auspicious occasion of getting to be in a speech contest. We decided to make it at the most professional level just so that you have that experience and no one can take that away from you. It's quite an experience to be in a Toastmasters speech contest. The contestants have been briefed on the contest rules, and they've also been informed of the location where their speaking is, where the time signals are, and where the speaking area. Their speaking area is in front of this lectern to each side of the table. Between each speech, there will be 1 minute of silence or 30 seconds of silence, because we've got a long night here. There'll be 30 seconds of silence between each speech. A contestant, the speeches are to be 4 to 5 minutes, and a contestant can qualify at 3 minutes, 30 seconds. They disqualify at 5 minutes, 31 seconds. We ask all of you to turn off your cell phones to silence them. Following the last speech, please be quiet while the judges finish their ballot counters, and then they will leave the room to tally their scores. We will have 30 seconds of silence between each speech. We also ask you to please not take any photos while the speeches are in progress. If you've not been given written permission by all the contestants or the presenters regarding video or audio recording of the speech contest, you must not do so. We would also like to remind you that recording should not be shown to third parties without the permission of all the contestants and the presenters. Chief Judge, are we ready for a contest?
We are.
Let's get this puppy started. May I have 30 seconds of silence before our first speaker? I'm sorry, did you want to speak before the contest started?
Just some words of encouragement as well.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
no.
Do you want to come down? Please welcome Maria. I'm sorry. Okay.
So, everyone, I am so proud of you. As a fellow STAR sponsorship student alumni myself, I cannot wait to hear your incredible speeches. To our parents who are here today, you know, you're going to witness just how amazing your students have done within these past few weeks. And I'm sure our beautiful ladies here can attest to that and have already encouraged your students. So I'm so proud of you. As I promised, I was going to dress just like you guys today. This is what I normally wear on a day-to-day basis when I'm at work. So that's why you guys are dressed in professional clothing, which I'm so proud. I get to see your beautiful faces. And I'm just, like I said, extremely proud of the hard work you guys put in. And like you were told before, what happens in this room, let it not just stay here, let it continue on afterwards. Make sure you push yourselves. You guys are capable of great things. You are amazing leaders. And I'm just excited for the future, what it has in store for you guys, okay? So good luck. And yes, I did bring the winner will get a gift card. So I did bring that. It's in my pocket. I haven't forgotten.
Let's get this puppy started. Please welcome speaker number 1. My dream job, Kendall Abernathy.
Where do I see myself when I grow up? I've considered that question since I can remember. I have thought of being a teacher, zoologist, vet, a professional softball player, and an artist. However, one profession has stuck out to me the most. That is being a therapist for special needs children. I have personally seen how they are treated and left out from normal activities. And I can be honest, I don't think it's fair. It breaks my heart, no matter the abilities of a special needs person. They have a special purpose in this world that can make a huge difference. I can't accurately share my aspirations without giving credit to STAR sponsorship and my sponsor, Mr. Wood. Without STAR, I would never have been able to go to Temple Christian School, where I have met 2 students who impacted my desire to work with special needs children. This program has also helped me realize my desire to go to college and realize that even though I am young, I can make a huge difference in this world. Joshua was the first special needs student I met at Temple. He has autism and was in my class from 2nd to 4th grade. He was quiet and did not quite fit in. While my classmates did not pick on him, they really didn't encourage him or include him in activities at recess or lunch. One day at lunch, I turned around in my chair and I saw Joshua sitting by himself. So I got up and went over to talk to him. I talked to him and made some jokes, and he laughed. He laughed at my jokes, and my jokes are pretty bad. My teacher even called my mom to tell her how friendly I was. Sadly, Joshua moved away to Chicago, and I cried. But my mom suggested that we send him a care package, and we did. A few weeks later, he sent me a Lego set of the Chicago skyline. It was fun seeing a little place where he lived. He had impacted my life more than I could impacted his. And a bonus, he created my love for Legos. Brianna is the other student at Temple who impacted my choice to being a therapist when I grew up. She has Down syndrome and has trouble walking and doing physical activities. One day, I asked her if she wanted to swing on the playground. Her aide helped her get to the swing, and I pushed her. I made her so happy to be swinging. What a laugh she has. There's one person who has really impacted my desire to be a therapist for special needs children, my brother Colton. He's younger than me by 2 years. He has severe ADHD, depression, sensory processing disorder, and anxiety. I'll be honest, it isn't easy living with him. When he gets overwhelmed, he throws really bad fits. He has had to stay at a hospital for 2 weeks recently, so they could help him control his anger. However, there's more to Colton than special needs, surprisingly. He is very sweet, caring, and smart. And the other day, he started teaching my mom about chess and some part of me. On the other hand, he gets left out by a lot of kids, and that makes me sad. And he has begun to notice that too, and his differences. When he is upset, I often play his song for him called Once and For All by Lauren Daigle. He calms down most of the time. Recently, I helped him to teach his ride his bike. I love riding his bike with him, and guess what? I shared my love for Legos with him. He struggles a bit, but I'm always there to help. I know it really isn't easy for him, but at least God has given me an opportunity to help him and know the important worth. And I hope you guys can see how special needs people can be just as special as you. Thank you.
Good, Kendall. Thank you. May I please have another 30 seconds of silence for our next speaker? Please welcome speaker number 2. How STAR impacts my life. How STAR impacts my life, Anna Molina.
For as long as I can remember, STAR has always been so kind to me. My school introduced the STAR program to my parents when I was in kinder. Since kinder, STAR has always been there for my parents and me and helped make my education possible. STAR gives me opportunities to have dreams. They give me options. And they also help me to create and have fun. This speech may sound informative, but it's not. Well, it kind of is, but this speech, I poured my heart into it because of how much STAR helps me. Everyone dreams, but sometimes they don't come true. I hope my dream comes true. And because of STAR, they helped me get there. I have multiple passions. Well, mainly two, which are sports and art. My main passion is for art. Art is something I would love to do, whether it's drawing, painting, coloring, and much more. I love all art and all its details. It's something I'm very passionate about, and I'm glad I have these passions. And these passions were mostly created by STAR. And with the help of STAR, I can achieve dreams. I can have more opportunities. STAR really gives you limitless ideas and possibilities. For me, STAR has been there since the beginning, because I barely only remembered everything from kinder, but they really teach me to always be grateful for what I get and what I have, to never stop at good enough, but to be better. They also teach me to always encourage others. STAR has done so much. Like my title, it says STAR has impacted my life. But there's no words to express how much they've done for me and are still doing for me. Without Miss Patty, my sponsor, and my parents, I can get the education that I need and the support. I have a dream of becoming an artist, which seems kind of difficult to achieve, mostly because you only make money after you're dead. But the only thing is, I want to at least, achieve that dream. The dream that STAR gave me, the dream that they gave me opportunities to have. STAR really stuck out to me, and they still do, and they always will. Another one of my dreams is being able to sponsor someone else in the STAR sponsorship. Well, just like STAR sponsored me, I can have the advantage to do the same. I want to help others. I don't want them to worry financially, and I want them to have the same support as I do now. STAR, I keep saying STAR. STAR is everything to me, because that's how I push myself. I push myself to get good grades because I want to, and because STAR has always been there for me. My sponsor is also actually a huge part of it. That she only gets letters, but she deserves much more than that, much more. She puts her time and effort to sponsor everyone, and plus I believe she has another job, so that takes out a lot of time too. But you realize that STAR can do much more for you. They can do much more for you. I'm telling you this because I want you to remember how much STAR can and will do for you. All the possibilities and chances that they give you are limitless. Thank you for listening.
We have another 30 seconds of silence for our next speaker. Please welcome speaker number 3, Hector Villa. How my sponsorship helped me find my passion. The STAR sponsorship helped me find my passion. Hector Villa.
Star has always been there for me. Ever since I was very young, they were the ones who had given me the choice or the chance at least to get me into the school that had helped me with my passion. And I was very fortunate to fall into the hands of Mrs. Myers and Star. I never really liked history. And so when my teacher took me to a trip to the Holocaust Museum, it changed the perspective of my view of history. Once there, I asked myself, what did I take for granted? What was the reason the world was in its current state? Or how are certain things invented? I saw many interesting things, and it wasn't the action movies that made me love history. It was the story of what history had to tell and how good of an example the museum made of how much death, destruction, and devastation was made by the influence of cruel people. There I was also reminded to keep the memory of those alive, of those who fell and had to serve and suffer during and after historical events like the Holocaust. The stories of those who had survived had touched my heart, and furthermore, gave me the determination to keep on learning and exploring the depths of history. My sponsorship, this determination helped me learn and embrace my heritage. And my sponsorship was able to keep me at the school, OLV, where my amazing teachers helped me with my passion and helped me step out of my comfort zone. There were many times where I wanted to give up, but thanks to my STAR sponsorship and OLV, I was given the determination and I was pushed. I was pushed to keep going, to have something to look forward to in the future, something to study for. Books with this genre also helped me with my passion and gave me an early curiosity of history, with my mother also helping me a lot with this. She supported me fully. Thanks to OLV, these books were provided to me, which were a very important foundation to my passion. Had it not been for my sponsorship program, my love for history could have been delayed or maybe non-existent. I want you to know this because I want you to know that history is my passion and that I think it's important.
And we have 30 seconds of silence before our next speaker. Is it my phone? Please welcome speaker number 4, Gonzalo Robles Gutierrez. Making a star. Making a star, Gonzalo Robles Gutierrez.
All right. Okay. Thank you all for sitting here, and I guess I'm thanking you in advance for hearing my speech. But let's begin 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was a 10-year-old boy who, well, to keep it brief, who loved his friends and thought his friends were everything. And in some ways, that was true, but not necessarily. Now, 5 years ago, I was transferred from public school to private school. And I didn't understand it at the time. I was defiant as much as a 10-year-old could be to my parents, because the way I saw it, I mean, you're taking me away from my friends, from the only community I've ever known, to what? To bring me to a smaller school, to give me the same education? It didn't make any sense to me. And I later found out that my parents had been delaying taking me to a private school because of the financial toll. Now, this is where STAR came in. Now, I was introduced to STAR the same time I was introduced to my school. So I thought those just went hand in hand. It took me a long time to figure out how important STAR was, because, well, a 10-year-old boy writing letters to somebody unknown seemed unrealistic to me. I didn't understand it. And so me loving my friends and having to write letters, it felt like a toll for me, because I didn't want to do it in the first place. And so I can't thank my parents enough for making me change to a private school, because if you want a little bit of background, I was never supposed to do well in school, ever. I was born with visual representation right here. I was born with like a folded in ear, and my parents were giving 2 options at birth. They were either gonna open my ear up and expose the eardrum, and over the coming years, we would try to reconstruct it and fix my hearing, or we could put a device in it. My parents chose to open my ear. In hindsight, they thought, well, maybe we shouldn't have done that. But my doctors told my parents that I wasn't supposed to do well in school because of my hearing disability, and part of my brain hadn't developed. So I'm sorry. So my parents were very surprised when they found out that I was at the top of my class in my public school, and I had finished all my classwork in the first 5 minutes of class. I'd done my homework weeks in advance, just exaggerated things. And my parents, that's when they came to me and they told me to change to private school. Now, summing up the past 5 years of STAR can be, for me, described in 3 different words. Number 1 is honesty. Now, I was a good student. I was a really good student, but sometimes I just didn't like doing homework. I was a good student at school, but when it came to home, it was me time. I didn't want to do anything else. And so my parents would ask me, are you done with your homework? Yeah, I'm done with my homework. Yeah, do it just like that. Like I can't, yeah, I'm done with my homework. Nothing would happen to me, so why would I not want to say that I'm done with my homework? I don't want to do it. I'm gonna tell my parents I did it, and then I'm gonna go to school the next day and I'm gonna be a good student. Now with STAR, I found that honesty is probably one of the most important things you could do. I was lying to my parents and I thought it was helping me when really it was only hurting and damaging me, because if I didn't do my work, I wouldn't advance in my school, in my class, and it was gonna hurt me a lot more than it was gonna hurt them. Now, if you ever walk into Miss Meyer's office and look straight into Miss Meyer's face in the meeting, I couldn't lie to that face, ever, ever. That was one of the main reasons I stopped lying. Up until that point, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Up until that point, I was fine with lying to my parents, my teachers, my principal. It wasn't, it exaggerated like that. I couldn't lie to Miss Myers. She and along with Star have taught me so many key things that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. And these things seem insignificant, seem like they shouldn't matter, but whenever it comes to coming to school on time, whenever it comes to being appreciative for what you have, Star really, they put it in a plate for me and I ate it right up. That's the only, I can't put it into words. They've taught me so much that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. And I can't thank Miss Myers, the entire STAR staff, and my sponsor. Let me talk about my sponsor for a little bit. I don't understand how can pay for my tuition and only expect for me to give them 8 letters a year, a school year. That's so simple to me. And I still, to this day, can't understand how somebody like that can give a half-deaf, no good in school boy that amount of responsibility. I didn't think I was pressured to do well in school. And whenever I had a realization moment, I was like, oh, wow. Somebody is paying money out there to keep me in here so that I can have a good education, so that I can go and help my parents out, so that I can have a good job. It's incomprehensible. Now, I'm telling you this because I want you to understand that so much of who you are as a person really depends on your community and the people you put yourself around. If it weren't for Star putting me in this little private school, I would be in a desk right now, in my school, filling out paper that I didn't do for my school year. I would be in summer school right now. I wouldn't be going to the high school. I'm telling you that right now. I want to thank you all for listening to me and hope you all have a great day.
We have 30 seconds of silence for our next speaker. Please welcome our next speaker, Courtney Sintamu. How Star changed my life. How Star changed my life. Courtney Sintamu.
Good afternoon, everyone. Everybody has hopes and dreams and wants to be successful. My dream is to have a future in medicine. I'm still keeping my options open, so I don't know exactly what I want to do yet, but I just have a general idea. And to have that dream be remotely possible, I would have to work really hard. And thanks to Star, Miss Myers, and my sponsor, InsureZone, I get to attend a good school that will help me get into a good college. I've been in the program since first grade, which was 8 years ago, and now I'm going to start high school in the fall. So STAR has played a huge role in my life, and since all of my siblings have also gone through the program, it's no surprise that STAR has played a huge part of my family's success. Without STAR, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in today, and I would most likely not even be enrolled in my current school. All STAR students have to do is write a letter to their sponsor and get their tuition paid. So if you ask me, that's a really good deal. I would have to thank the STAR program because without them, I wouldn't be on the path to greatness. They've given me and fellow STAR students so many opportunities to do great and be great. My goals are to go through high school with good grades and same with college, and then go to a good medical school. And I know that it's possible because I've seen both of my older brothers graduate with a degree, so I know that I can do it too. And like I said before, without STAR, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in today. I'd probably be attending one of the public schools near my house. And since private school tuitions are very expensive, I wouldn't have as much opportunities as I do now. And I would have to work extremely hard because the sad truth is that some public schools don't have enough funding or resources to give each student attention. And thinking about that makes me very grateful that my parents found this program and that I'm able to receive a good education from a school that has many resources. The STAR program has not only impacted my life, but many others, and for the better. So many STAR graduates have moved on to do greater things, like for example, Maria. And I hope that I will become one of them. STAR sponsorship has helped me achieve part of the long journey by helping with tuition. And I'm telling you this because I want you to know how STAR has helped me, my family, and other families. And I know that every current and former student will forever be grateful for the amazing opportunity the STAR program has given us. The STAR has paved the way for us to be amazing and strive for greatness. This program has taught many students over the years to work hard and never settle for less. And it's taught me that I can do anything, and if I need help, I can just ask. And if I were to give any advice to current students, I would say to not take this program for granted. Keep on writing your letters. Work very hard. Don't be afraid to ask for help and try your best because you can do anything. And don't be afraid to reach for the stars. And maybe one day when you're successful, you can become a sponsor and make another kid's dreams come true. Thank you.
I have 30 seconds of silence for our next speaker. Please welcome speaker number 6, Mai. To brighten, Mai.
Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." What are your dreams? What do you think about when you think about your dream? Do you think about the hardships and the struggles? Do you think about the outcome? What do you think about? Dreams should never just be dreamt and thought about, they should be chased. So let me tell you about how STAR is helping me achieve mine. When we think about dreams and passions, we also think about the hardships. We think about, well, this is a bit unrealistic, or this is too far. Sometimes we even quit because we don't believe that we are capable of fulfilling it. That's where STAR came into my life. A big part of STAR is Mrs. Myers. Now, the STAR program is a program that helps students attend a great school, and I really appreciate that. STAR has helped me by giving me the opportunity to attend the school I am right now, and it has allowed me to build a great foundation. Mrs. Myers has helped each and every student and has spent countless hours helping students achieve their dreams. Let me tell you about a story of how Mrs. Myers helped me. Mrs. Myers has always seen the strengths and weaknesses in each and every student. I was struggling with math when I transitioned into middle school. I was doing okay until 5th grade, but when I reached middle school, I saw that the topics were getting difficult and I just couldn't understand it. That's when I talked to Mrs. Myers and she referred me to Khan Academy. Now, if you don't know what Khan Academy is, it is a website that has courses from kindergarten to college that assist you. I used that and now I'm doing very well in math. I'm going into high school taking geometry honors, and none of my classmates were able to because they didn't try, or they didn't try to at least advance in their studies. Mrs. Myers also holds this annual meeting every year during August, and she always says the same rules. Always do your homework, always turn in your work, always wake up early to go to school, always respect your teachers. I never understood it. It was common sense to me. I knew to do those things. I always knew to wake up early, to never procrastinate, which I still do, and I'm working on. But at the end of my 8th grade year, I realized something. None of my fellow friends or classmates didn't do those things. They weren't told or taught to turn in your work, even though it is common sense to do all those things. And that's what Mrs. Myers is good at. She knows what benefits each student and helps them. And I'm pretty sure all her graduates are very grateful for that. I'm telling you this because I want you to know the importance of having a great mentor. The STAR program isn't just a program. It is a community of leaders and mentors that are helping future students become future leaders. The STAR program has brightened so many students' futures, and I want to do the same. I want to brighten someone's future too. And one day I hope to come back to the STAR program and donate and help with all the students. I too want to be like Mrs. Myers. Thank you.
I have 30 seconds of silence. Please welcome speaker number 7, Robert Molina. My experiences with STAR. My experiences with STAR, Roberto Molina.
Now recently, I just finished 8th grade, and because of that, people choose the opportunity to just bombard me with the same question over and over again. What is your ambitions? Most of the time, my ambitions, when they ask me that, is I don't know, because I don't know. I still have high school to go, and I still have 4 more years to choose my options of what I want to do. But whenever I don't say I don't know, I normally say maybe engineer or something to do with building or science. This is because in all my years in All Saints, science always stuck out to me. Science always what fascinated me in ways that I did not think, because I was always that one quiet kid in the corner that never really said anything. But whenever I first reached middle school, Miss Gatch, my science teacher, she really opened up science for me. And that's whenever I realized that, man, I like science. And so I started really looking into science, and I started listening way more than I did my other classes, like math. And so I can't really express how grateful I was for Miss Gatch, even though none of my classmates really liked her. She was that one goofy teacher that would always do funny things to catch your class's attention, and it always caught mine for some odd or particular reason. But the most thing that stuck out to me also, whenever Miss Gash took us to the lab, was building. Building, I always loved when I was a kid, because I always needed to do something with my hands. So what my parents did, they bought a bunch of Legos, put it in my hands, and say, "Here you go, stop bothering me." And so I started using the kind of like Duplo Lego blocks, and like just mash them together and start using my imagination to fly them around. And now that I look back, I was one weird kid, but yeah, it was really weird. But because of that, I really learned my interest in architecture and my interest in how does this work? How comes building doesn't fall down just because it's tall? And so the more and more I proceeded in it, the more I got the more, I would say, more designed Legos, and I would start feeding my interest on that. And so my interest would get bigger and bigger and bigger. And so with that, when Miss Gratch took us to the lab, it really merged both my favorite things, sometimes building and sometimes science, together. And that's why I was so good in science, because it doesn't even have to be, when you think of science, you think of atoms or reactions and everything. But through my years, it's not just that. It's building. It can be building. It can be learning about different things. And I really enjoyed that. And none of that could be possible, now that I think of it, because of STAR program. STAR program really helped me in rough patches. And I know Miss Patty knows that I've had a lot of rough patches. And I mean a lot. And even when I got in a rough patch, I would go to her office and I would also try to lie, but then you're just so intimidating. Like the chairs, I feel like are the same height, but somehow yours always has to be an inch taller than ours. And you're just like a little inch looming over me, and I can't lie. It's just, you can't. Your brain was just, you can lie, but your mind is also like, you can't lie to her. But I have to be grateful for STAR program. I'm telling you this because I want you to know not to take them for granted. And Thank you for listening to me.
I regret to inform you that our next speaker, Isaiah Laos, is not here tonight. He was excited about coming, as was his family, but they had some bad news at the last minute, and so please keep him in your prayers. We will miss Isaiah. He was an exceptional little speaker. So please may I have 30 seconds of silence for our next speaker, number 8. Please welcome our next speaker, Jessica Castillo. The start of everything. The start of everything. Jessica Castillo.
What do you think of when you hear the word star? You would say bright, beautiful, big, bold, strong, and multiple colors. Each student is a star. This is why we represent these qualities. STAR is an acronym for these 4 keywords: success through academic greatness. Each student is radiant in who they are and how they show it. They just go above and beyond for everything. I started in kindergarten all the way up to 7th grade. Since me and my family moved to Joshua, I attended a public school for my 8th grade year. Now I'll be a junior at Galvey High School. They also gave me the opportunity to have a sponsor. And let me tell you, she has helped me in so many ways. I thought since I had left STAR that I would stop sending letters to Ms. Rector. Well, I was wrong. I sent her one of my letters, and well, I thought I wasn't gonna get a response back or anything because I had left STAR already. But a letter came in the mail one day, and I was like, oh, it's from Ms. Rector. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I opened it, and it said that she was like so thankful that I wrote to her, and like it almost started making me cry because I was so happy that we still had that connection together. And till this day, I still continue on sending her letters because I know how much she means to me and I mean to her. So I'm very thankful for that. This year, Ms. Myers gave me the opportunity to volunteer at STAR, and I have learned many, many things there. I've learned how Ms. Myers puts in all her hard work for all her students to do the best, and I want to applaud her because she's just amazing. She also gave me the opportunity to be here in Toastmasters, which I am very thankful for because it opened a tremendous view because it has made me more confident and it has made me less scared talking in front of people, which I am very thankful. STAR is the best program my parents ever put me in. They just go above and beyond for all of their students. My dream is to be in the CSI. I know, sounds kind of crazy, but I'll get there one day. It just fascinates me to see and solve all the cases, and what happens after the crime is just fascinating. I know it'll be nothing like the TV shows like CSI Miami, but I know it will be better. I want to thank my parents and Ms. Myers because they believed in me for all those 8 years I was in the STAR program, and they helped me push myself to be in the CSI one day. So my passion is to become a responsible, independent person and not rely on others. STAR has helped me with this because I'm the only person that has to do the work, not my parents, not my sisters, not my siblings. It just makes you work harder because all the schoolwork you did and all the letters you sent just makes you a responsible person from the start. And since like itty bitty, you always have to do all the hard work because you know that people are pushing for you, so you want to push harder. I'm telling you this because I want you to know that STAR has helped me see that I can do whatever I want if I put my mind to it. They showed me the way and I continued my journey. So I'm telling you this because if it wasn't for STAR, I wouldn't be here where I am today, speaking in front of everybody, achieving my goal to be in CSI, and becoming that responsible, independent person. STAR laid the foundation for me and guided me through the right path. So if I go to a wrong path, he'll just stir me back and push me on forward. I also want to thank Ms. Myers, Ms. Rector, and my parents for believing in me and pushing me to be the best person I can be. Also, in the future, I hope to sponsor children just like Ms. Rector did, because I want to give the same opportunity she gave me to other people. That's what's next.
Thank you. Then we have 30 seconds of silence for our final speaker. Please welcome speaker number 9, Chelsea Nunyanzi. What STAR has done for me. What STAR has done for me. Chelsea Nunyanzi.
For as long as I can remember in my academic career, STAR has been there. Mrs. Myers has always encouraged me to strive for greatness. I want you to know that thanks to STAR, I have been able to work towards my dreams and passions. Some of these include wanting to go to college, doing well in school, and feeling confident in what I know. Going to college is a privilege. Unfortunately, not everyone has the chance, and not everyone has STAR by their side. Thankfully, through the STAR program's guidance, I have all the resources I need and am on track to attend a university of my choosing. Mrs. Myers has always encouraged test prep programs and other college readiness programs for me. STAR has led my brothers to college, and in return, they continue to lead me on my journey. STAR instills a determination in their students that leads them straight to higher education. STAR stands for Success Through Academic Readiness. Annual meetings are held for the STAR families that always reward academic greatness. Mrs. Myers always encourages her students to strive for greatness. I vividly remember the anticipation leading up to hearing my name called and speed walking up to the stage through the aisles and receiving whatever reward I had just won and taking my place among all of the other STAR students. I remember feeling so proud and always looking to my parents in the crowd. Whether it be a chocolate bar or a certificate or both, STAR students always understand that hard work pays off. After the students receive their rewards, the parents are given full explanations and guidance, which they in turn use to guide their children through their academic journeys. My parents have been through the program a multitude of times, and they continue to direct me with the skills that they have received from there. I learned at an early age that I should always try my best, and working hard pays off. STAR students are offered the chance to go to very competitive private schools. In 5th grade, I went from St. Rita to Trinity Valley. This was a huge jump for me. It was a huge culture shock. The economic differences that I felt were heightened, along with a variety of differences that are heightened when students go in middle school and high school, because everyone wants to feel like they belong, but in many cases, everyone is just as alone and confused and lost. And the economic difference did not help. But Mrs. Myers has always made sure that her students know that they deserve to be in those schools as much as anyone else, and that they should never doubt their abilities.
And being able to relate to other STAR kids has always helped me feel less alone. And I'm always thankful for the connections that I have made with other STAR students. STAR initially provided help to me by setting me up with a sponsor. My sponsors were Mr. and Mrs. Hart. They provided financial assistance for my tuition that eased the burden on my parents and allowed me to focus on my work and feel less of that burden. One of my most cherished memories with Mr. and Mrs. Hart is when I was in 5th grade. I had just begun attending Trinity Valley, and I had decided to sign up for a play for the Emperor's New Clothes. Unbeknownst to me, their son was also in that school, in my grade, and participating in that play. When opening night came, they decided to take a seat, and they saw me up there along with their son. Honestly, I don't really know how they saw me, considering I was townsperson number 15 and had no speaking roles and was in the background the whole time and was shorter than all of the other kids, but they did. And a week later, I received a letter from them telling me how happy they were to see me and how grateful and proud they were of me that night. I still have this letter, and from time to time, I open it up and read it. It's very close to my heart, and I love being able to put a face to the people I've been writing for years had really helped me center myself. The sponsor system also helped me improve my writing. As it turns out, having to write countless amount of letters and over the years for multiple years, and having my dad have me rewrite them a million times over and again really has a positive impact on your English grade. Knowing there are so many people rooting for me has given me confidence and has kept me focused. This element of STAR is so essential, as it is a motivating factor that is always present in all of our minds. Overall, the experiences and benefits I have gained have forever impacted me. I hope to one day be the window that opens when a door closes for another STAR student, like STAR has been for my family. I am able to reach my goals and set newer, greater ones. Thank you.
Keep it around for everyone. We will give a few minutes of silence for the judges to complete their score for right now before they retreat. Okay, kids, let's have it. You made it through. I am so proud of you. Do you realize how brave every single one of you are to get up in front of this little lectern with that bright light shining on you and a camera? That's very brave, and y'all did so well. I'm just so. this would be a reason why we would design a little program called Speak for Yourself, because we understand how important it is to even introduce communication skills to young students. Wish I had it when I was a lot younger. You know, maybe I would have been smarter. But I don't. I get it. We're going to do some table topics just to kind of fill some time while the judges finalize their ballots. So when I call you down here for a table topic, I want you to yell out what your name is and what was the adjective that you had to your name and what was the call sign. Remember that very first activity we did? I'm lovely Laura. And I did a curtsy. And then at the end, what was it we did last week? Your superhero sign. What was it? We did a superhero sign, Gonzalo. So when you come down, that's what I want to hear loud and clear, your name and your call or whatever you call it, your little doodad, and then your superhero thing. Is that a deal? Who would like to go first? Gonzalo! Let's call Gonzalo.
I had to make up the thing on the spot, just by the way. Okay. I'm Gonzalo the Great.
What's your superhero sign? So Gonzalo, these are called would you rather questions. Would you rather do this or that? So we want you to talk for at least a minute.
Okay.
In your speech, let's see where you are. I see that you're more of that influencer. Man, you know how to sweet talk a deal.
A deal?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So would you rather be the salesperson making the deal of the century or receiving the deal of the century? And what would you do?
What would I do? Okay. Okay, I'd want to give the deal of the century because that means that I sat down with a stranger in front of me and I sold him something that would be considered the deal of the century. So really, who won? If he takes this deal, he thinks he won, obviously. But who are the press going to be looking at? Obviously him. I didn't think about that. Him or her. But I'm sitting here with the knowledge that I swayed somebody and I talked to this person for a certain amount of time and I sold them my product. Is that not the goal of a salesperson at the end of the day? I'm the winner.
Gonzalo, and I love how you fessed up about how you can't lie to Miss Patty. That's like she's got that on recording, you know that. That's great. And it's been a joy getting to listen to you, Gonzalo. We enjoyed all of your table topics, and you're just a clever guy. I just love you. Who wants to go next? Miss Kendall, come on down.
Okay, kind Kendall. And my thing was that too.
Okay, what was your superhero? Not bad. Here's a would you rather. Let's see, you wanted to be a therapist. Would you rather be go into the college of your choice or get to live in the city of your choice?
Well, okay, I'm gonna be kind of smart about this one. If I go into the college of my choice, I can also be in the city of my choice.
Good job.
So my college of my choice is actually Bible Texas University. I went to camp there this year and I just loved how the people are, and plus they got fridges in their dorm, so, and microwaves, so plus for me. But the beds weren't half bad, and my city, I really don't have a city of my choice yet. I've kind of been the person that moves around everywhere and just like see the whole world, stay in one place. I'll definitely stay in Texas though. It's because Texas is my home and it will always will be no matter the heat. And because I'm a warm person. I'm not a cold person. So plus for me. So I would say the city of my choice is Arlington. Thank you.
All right. Way to go, Kendall. We knew you'd be the funniest of us. Who would like to go next? Let's hear from Hector. Welcome, Hector. Let's hear your name. And
My name is Happy Hector. And my superhero stance was this.
what was your other little sign at the first? Do you remember that one?
Like,
Remember he did that.
I just went like this.
Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha. Way to go. Hector, we're doing Would You Rather. Since you're a historian, would you rather travel to time and talk to your great-great-grandparents? Or would you rather travel to the future and talk to your great-great-grandchildren?
Oh, yes.
And tell them. It's a hard choice, especially for a historian.
I think I would rather go to the future because I like the thought of me maybe being the first person to travel in time and in advance setting up a family tree of my future family. And I mean, I like time machines. They sound fun.
What would you like your great-great-grandchildren to know about you?
Preserve your history and always be optimistic, and always remember me as probably the first person to time travel.
That's right. In a DeLorean.
And I think that's it.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Hector. That one of the first days of our course, we heard the story of Hector and his powerful story of going to the Holocaust Museum, and I was just so impressed at the passion that came out of such a young man and how that changed your life. And you helped bless my life. Thank you so much. Who wants to go next? Anna. Please welcome Anna.
I'm amazing Anna, like that, yeah. And my power pose is this.
Woo! So Miss Anna, since you're a future artist, and we want you to make money before you die. And this is Would You Rather. So what in your art? Is it pens and art, or is it sculpturing, or is it drawing at all? Is it drama and acting or dance?
Most likely, it has to be drawing, mostly with a mechanical pencil. Basically, all of it will be with mechanical pencil. If I think about it, I love mechanical pencils. Basically, yeah, just.
What's your favorite things to draw so far?
I like to draw a lot of anime. And sometimes I do try to draw realistic art, but doesn't. That's terrible.
Got a little Picasso in you.
That's what it looks like.
He makes a lot of money.
Yeah. But I mean, I still have to experiment with a lot of more things. So that's basically.
What would be the most outlandish art form that you would like to?
Abstract art.
Okay.
Yeah.
With a mechanical pencil?
Yeah.
Thanks for playing, Anna. Way to go. I have somebody in my house that is drawing on a mechanical pencil, so I paid for it too. Good job. Who would like to go next? How about Chelsea? Please welcome Chelsea. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Cheerful Chelsea, and this is my power pose.
It's a good one too. Way to go, Chelsea. Okay, so Chelsea, would you rather be a writer or would you rather be an actress? If you had to choose between the two.
Difficult. I think I'd rather be a writer because I get really camera shy, and I think I don't know. I don't want to be like an actress and then be known for like some weird role that I'll have follow me around my whole life. But I also don't like spending long times like writing on one piece of work. But I'd rather be a writer because I feel like they have really peaceful lives and they could just stay at home and just type up for their whole time and be in bed while they write and write about something they actually care about rather than being an actress where you have to go in roles that you don't actually care about and roles that you might not agree with. So I'd rather be a writer for that reason. Yeah.
Very good. All right. Next, Roberto.
Might as well.
What's your name?
Oh yeah. What was it? I think it was really cool, Roberto. And I think mine was like a shrug. I think it was like that. What's my price, man?
What was your powers?
I think it was also theirs, but just simplified.
Well, let's see it.
Right, just like that. I don't know.
Let's get that pose going. I was impressed with your speech, Roberto, because you did it without any notes at all. So, if you got to pick to be into science and architecture, which would you rather?
Depends if building has a wrecking ball. But then again, you can blow things up with science. So
That's true.
It depends really, but
Well, how can you mix science into your architecture job? Blow up the building you're fixing to build?
I don't know, maybe.
Let's hear about that.
I was gonna say, don't give me I'm actually do it. It's kind of hard because Like I love building things, but then I also love mixing things. So I guess I can try to mix a building with other buildings. I don't know, I'm just saying words right now. But I don't know if it really comes down to like job wise. I don't know, maybe science, because you haven't explored all of science yet. You can just go on and on and on. And with architecture, you gotta do math, and I'm horrible at math.
Well, they have calculators.
But-
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You
it
still
only
have to
holds
measure.
9 digits.
Yeah.
And then you're doing things probably with like 1,000 digits, so you're gonna need a lot of calculators for that. But either way, I don't know, because like sometimes science has to do with math, but then building has to do with math, and I don't like math. So the point is I don't like math.
Hey, I hear you, but you know, math's like it's everything.
But I don't know. Probably to answer your question, I'd probably go with science because it's more expandable and more explosive.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. Very good. Cinderella. Hey, Jessica, please welcome Jessica up next. Okay, Jessica, let's hear your name and stuff.
So it's Joy Jessica, and it was like this, and we'll just go with it.
Love that power pose. That's looking good. Well, I know you want to do CSI stuff, but I also just want to talk to you about your cars, your love of cars. So would you rather build your car, or would you rather be the speed driver of a car? Or tell us about the car of your dreams.
So my car of my dreams would be an RX-7 because it's such a beautiful car. It's so smooth, all the lining, all the wheels. It's amazing when you add a spoiler in it. And then when you add like NOS, well, that's illegal, but you can't put it in there. The RX-7 can be illegal somewhere. But when you lower a car, it's very beautiful, even if my mom does not like it. Driving manual is one thing I will accomplish one day because I can't do that right now. So I think my dream car would be a black RX-7, all tinted dark with gold wheels, a spoiler. Yeah, that would be my dream car.
All right. Thank you, Jessica. Who wants to go next? Nee? And then Courtney's the last one. All right, please welcome Nee.
I was nimble, what was it? I was nimble knee, but I'm not very nimble, so I don't know why I said that. It was like under pressure. And my power pose was like this, so yes.
Okay. Nee, I liked how in your speech you were talking about how inspired you are to become a leader and a mentor. That's very good. And the Olympics, have you been watching the Olympics or?
Kind of.
Tell us about the people you go to for inspiration. What besides Miss Patty, we already know she's inspired. But who else? What are the inspiring people for you that help build you up and give you your passion?
It would be my coach. He has coached me for like pre-K, and he's a very down-to-earth guy. So he's like very like do this, do that. And he's very simple. So I talked to him about like when I'm under pressure, when I feel like I can't do something, I would go to him and he would always tell me simple things like you can do it, you have to believe in yourself, do this and that. And I think that's kind of stuck to me, you know, like over time, I just kind of noticed like no one really cares like what you do and stuff. So that kind of taught me to like just be myself, you know? So he would tell me, okay, no one cares how you play as long as you try, as long as you put in effort. And that's just really stuck to me. And I think he's like a big part of why I'm like this, or why I look up to people like him.
Is he your basketball? Is it basketball?
He's my overall school PE teacher, and he's also my basketball coach.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Very good. We also heard how adept you are at the Texas Ranger team. It's good. Please welcome Courtney.
Okay, my name is Crazy Courtney, and my post is just crazy.
Crazy Courtney. In your speech, you were talking also about how you want to be a really good leader. Who does inspire you the most in your life?
I would have to choose my parents and that's people, but they really inspired me, and they've set goals. Like, they came into America with my 2 older brothers, and they started with nothing, and now we have something. So they really I want to be like them. I want to be able to help my kids, like my future kids, and they always my mom. I can go to her for anything, and my dad, and he's a pharmacist, and I kind of want to be a pharmacist. So if I have any questions, I can just go to him and ask him about stuff. So really,
it's great. It's a beautiful music to my ears to say I'm inspired by my parents. That's just really, it's very good. Thank you. Okay, so I want to just ask y'all can answer right from your seat. Have y'all enjoyed this little workshop, Speak for Yourself?
Yes.
So what was your favorite part?
Me?
Mhm.
Oh, my favorite part. Who has an answer? Because I want to think about it.
What's your favorite part, Anna?
table topic.
The table topics. What did you learn from that?
To respond quickly.
Speak for 1 minute. That's good. What about you, Kendall? What do you like about
My
it the
favorite
most?
part is I've been a quiet kid at school, surprisingly.
It is surprising.
I am normally a quiet kid, and last time I had to do a speech was in computer class in 6th grade. I had to speak over a PowerPoint. Terrible at it. Terrible. But hopefully now I could do a little bit better in my speech.
Very good. Me?
The support you get after talking, I never had people clap for me that much. It's kind of overwhelming in a way, but it's also I appreciate it because it builds my confidence.
Yes.
And I feel wow, these people actually like it, or not just like it, but they care for
That's Toastmasters. We just love to clap. Come to a Toastmasters meeting. We'll clap for everything, but it does build you up, doesn't it? It gives you that motivation. What did you like, Jessica?
It makes you feel less scared when talking to someone.
And that's an important thing to have, isn't it? Thank you, Chelsea.
I just like the comfortable energy, because no one's here to judge you, because everyone also is in the same position.
Very good, Courtney.
I liked the activities, with the improv, and then making a machine invention. That was really fun.
That was fun, wasn't it? We had fun. Has everybody answered? It's just been a thoroughly enjoyable experience for me. Did you want to respond, Hector?
I didn't answer.
Okay. You don't hold it back. What, the what?
Social learning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get to see some of her.
It's an important thing, isn't it? It really is. Did you think of something, Gonzalo?
Yeah, I thought so.
What is it?
Okay, so just having the cast of an experienced, trusted group to teach me how to actually formulate a speech together, because I don't know if you know, but I like talking a bunch. And so it's really kind of relieving. Not that I've mastered it or anything, but like it's really kind of relieving to be able to organize what you want to say in a manner to where you can make a certain group of words mean this without saying as much as this, right? And that's just very satisfying to me. And just I really like what I think is very underrated actually is an A-B conversation or a group conversation about just things that matter, you know. And I don't know if I'm explaining myself, but I like conversation and hearing other people's opinions and not feeling overwhelmed under their pressure.
That's right. Thank you. Good job.
Move on.
Hey, Tiffany, will you go check on will you see see what's going on? We're ready. Well, it's been our pleasure to do this Speak for Yourself workshop for all of you guys. And I am just so totally impressed with how well y'all listen to us and actually do what we said. And the greatest part was to just see all of you blossom. You were, or most of you were, when you first came in on that first day and didn't want to speak, but just little by little, those little table topics were just easy enough questions to get you talking about yourself. Those first speeches that we had you give that told us a little bit about you. And I'm just so excited to know all of you. And I see future leaders in every one of you. I'm going to start watching TED Talks a lot more, because there'll be that little artist or that architect or something like that to come up and just wow us with all of your brilliant words. So it's been my pleasure. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to the president of Afterburners, Ms. Phyllis Christian Davis.
All right. I'm just gonna piggyback on what Laura said. I can't tell you guys how much you have poured into me. You know, a lot of times when we volunteer, a lot of times when we do things, we go into it believing that we're doing it for ourselves. But you know, what really happens is that it's a turnaround effect. So what I'm trying to say is that I've been inspired more by you than you probably have by me. And for me, that's a winner. And I just want you guys to know that, again, I've watched every last one of you, and I've had a personal relationship with every last one of you as far as teaching and giving you advice and this and that. My baby on the end right here, she barely would say a word. And tonight when you were speaking, I had to hold back my tears because she came out of that little, she was like that snail was there all the way, probably pushed herself to the back. And she came all the way out. Kendall has been a firecracker from day one. Yeah. And you need somebody like that around you. You need somebody that's going to always be what they call a spark plug. So you are my spark plug. And little mama right here and the sister, you guys are just so, it's just something that's just so special about you guys, to be so young and to be so poised. Your mom has done a great job with you, and I just want you both to know how proud I am of you. And you never, whenever we called on you, you guys never hesitated. You just came up and did what you had to do. And you know what that means to me? That you guys are determined. You are determined to have a good future. And to this car driver right here, when she started talking about these high dollar cars that she liked, I'm like, girl, whatever. And then I told her, I said, my husband, he goes to the grocery store. I like little miniature cars. He brings back all these cars. I bought her a car in a little thing, and she probably looked at that car and she was like, girl, this ain't gonna get it. I'm talking about a high dollar car. But if you just look at her, she doesn't even look like she's interested in anything like that. But the fact that you are not afraid to talk about what you're passionate about is the best thing ever. And I hope that your parents will let you go on that crazy joyride you want to go on really soon. Roberto. Roberto started off really, really, really quiet. And I think one of the meetings he decided he wanted to come out of his shell. He was so funny that night. And then tonight when you were speaking, I was so proud of you. I mean, you did the thing. You took the stage like we asked you to, and you didn't read a thing. And you did exactly what Laura and Maria and what Miss Patty told you to do. Let us hear it from a story's perspective, your story, not just history itself. And you did that tonight. And I appreciate that. And you, Fercy. Yeah, Fercy got you on day one. Remember? Yeah, he was like, can you do that again without the paper? You know what that meant to Fercy? He saw your potential. And I saw it too. And tonight you came up here and you did exactly what he wanted you to do. He wanted you to be you and not worry about, like you said, your mentor said, don't worry about what other people are thinking or what they might be thinking, because we spend a lot of time worrying about what we think people are thinking. And who knows, they might have been saying all good things about you. You know, so you have to like twist that stuff out of your mind and do what you did tonight. And I appreciate that. Gonzalo, first he got on you too, remember? Yeah, he would be so proud of you tonight if he was in here to hear your speech. To me, I admire a man who shows his emotions. And you did that towards the end. And it made me have a lot of respect for you. This right here, he's going to be the president. I already know it. He's going to be the president of some country. I don't know which one, but he is already positioned to get up in front of a crowd and just tell him how he feels in his own way. In his own little way, he has his own swag, and I like that. So I just want to say to everybody, and make sure I touched everybody, that we are so proud of you. We are so proud that you gave us an opportunity to pour into you as you poured into us. And as a token of our appreciation on tonight, everybody's going to get a certificate. And some people are going to get a ribbon. We're going to start with, woohoo, perfect attendance. I'm just going to call you by your first name because some of the last names I don't want to butcher. Chelsea, perfect attendance. Let's give her. All righty.
Let's get a picture.
Yeah, hold it up. My little shining star. All right, I'm gonna call you the way you came up. Kendall. Kendall Arbanet. Kendall, no perfect attendance,
I missed something.
but you get your certificate, dear.
Yay.
Yeah. All right, my next one is Anna Molina. Hold on, Anna. Yes, Anna, you got one. Here's Anna. Anna, she's the star student.
Okay, let's get a picture.
Hector, president, come on down. Hector is here. Hector has both. perfect attendance, and the certificate. Yeah.
Okay, let's give it
Come
a picture.
on, get closer. You can keep it.
All right, you ready?
What did you say, psych? Follow.
Gonzalo didn't get perfect.
Okay,
attendance.
come on, Gonzalo, that's okay.
He got a certificate.
That's right.
His name barely fit on that piece of paper.
Oh, yeah, she barely got that certificate. All righty. Now we have Courtney. And a certificate of completion. Come here, Mama. She's so tiny. So petite. Okay. Need a certificate of completion, and it reads, it's awarded to Nima for participating in Speak for Yourself 2021 Afterburners Artful Articulators.
Very good.
Good. All right, Roberto. I remember Roberto's first story, he talked about how bad you were. You remember you said that group of guys going from one grade to another?
The one
At your
that's
sister's the
class.
Yeah, the class.
the one that made fart jokes, or the one that sat on below.
Take this picture. I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, with that.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. Jessica. Jessica, did you get your certificate?
There it is.
There you are. One more.
Then you'll do that.
Jessica Castillo. Her big sister in the background. She's a big help.
Very good.
Very good. Yeah. And then let's applaud Isaiah.
Give that to Patty.
I love these. And at this time, we're going to ask the CEO Queen of Star Sponsorship to please stand. You can make your way down to the stage. All right. Tonight, I officially give you a new title. The CEQ, the COQ, the Chief Operating Queen.
Oh.
That's what you are. I just want you to know how much we appreciate you. I mean, for me not to know you, I know you now. Just hearing everything that these babies have said about you. And I remember the first Zoom call. There was a way that you let me know it was okay. And you don't even know I picked up on that, and I appreciate that. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts, Afterburners, Laura especially, me as well. We thank you for allowing us to be a part of their journey. And we look forward to many more to come behind. And we thank you for all of your mentees that's willing to follow you around. That means a lot after all these years. And then to hear the baby say, it's just something about her, you can't lie to her. That was so funny to me, but she is. You know why you can't lie to her? Is because you know deep down inside she cares about you. And there's no need to lie, and she's only here to help. So, like you said, I heard a lot of you say in your speeches, do not take Star sponsorship for granted. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get that thing back. Okay?
Before that, we also would like to present our beautiful ladies. Well, we can have Miss Phyllis and Miss Laura come over here first.
Oh,
Yes. Yes, fluff it up, fluff it up.
I'm ready for my children.
Well, I mean, this is the perfect green camera too, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna get one too. Well, on behalf of all of our STAR family, we really do appreciate the impact that you've done to our wonderful students, and you have become an extended part of the STAR family too. So anytime you wanna come and talk to our kids, or you just wanna see us and say hello, you're more than welcome. You are now considered part of the extended STAR family.
Woohoo!
You put some flowers. One is dripping.
I'm gonna drip
it.
It's full of life.
I know it's.
Just make sure you don't go on electricity so you'll get blew up.
And also a card.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
So I'm gonna be your outfit. So that was that.
Thank you so much. It's time for the
Showdown time.
okay. Y'all ready for the winners?
All of y'all should be drummers right
No, I play cornet. That's good enough for me.
All right, one more time.
Third place winner is Courtney. Woo!
Between us, so we can get a little photo op here.
Congratulations. Let's get that drum roll going again.
Second place, Chelsea.
All right. All right, all right, all right. That moment y'all been waiting for. Winner is Emma. Card from Star Sponsorship. Okay. Oh.
conscientious. Woohoo.
And then I just want to say one more thing. I just want to make sure you guys learn this at an early age. There's always going to be competition. There's always going to be somebody that judges based on what they judge on. But what I want you to know is just because you didn't hit 1, 2, or 3, it does not take away from anything that you've done tonight. All you need to do is just keep trying. And one day you'll get like a buku of ribbons or awards, and then sometimes it fades out. And if it fades out, that means that you're going through a transition. Don't ever get discouraged because you didn't hit 1, 2, or 3. You know what a real winner is? Every last one of y'all showed up.
Yes.
And you did your speech.
Oh,
Okay, yes.
please welcome our Chief Judge.
I want to second what Phyllis said. Each of you did an amazing job today. We were so impressed. You made our jobs very difficult. So thank you for that. Not so much. But each of you had things that you did exceptionally well. And then each of you had some things that we saw that are opportunities for improvement. And guess what? Even all of us that have been in Toastmasters for 8 years or, 7 years or 20 years, we are always constantly improving as well. So we're all the same in this room. We've got things that are our strengths. We've got things that are opportunities for improvement. We have given you some personalized feedback about what we thought you did well and what you can focus on to continue to improve, because you guys are so courageous, so amazing, and you deserve another huge round of applause. Pass these out really quickly, and they're for you to look at and then do with what you wish. But I hope you continue to enjoy your public speaking. Each of you had amazing stories. Keep telling your story. It's so important. The world needs more people like you. So keep doing it. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Candle. Thank you. Okay. Are you Hector? Yes. Okay. Hector. Good. You are welcome.
Thanks to our judges and our timers that took their time out. Thank you. This contest is adjourned. Let's go eat some cake, please.
Do we keep all the stuff?
Yes, you're welcome to keep the notebooks.
I'll keep the binder.
You're welcome to keep the binders, since you already wrote all of them.
Yay, my mom just bought me a new band binder and it's supposed to be black.
And thank you, parents, for all you do for your children.
Which means that because I appreciate. Yours is going through.
I'm really glad I got this experience from high school. Now I feel so like I feel like I want to help this kid, but I feel like I can't do it. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Please come back and visit.
I will. Is it like something you sign up for? Is it like?
Well.
We did. I don't even think I had enough room for those children. So.
I might send you some information if I can.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it doesn't bother me.
Because it's an international organization and all we do is community. So it's just me and Phyllis and Bill and, you know, we all just work
Because I didn't include you.
Well, you've been busy. So what we taught you is just everything you're doing. They have things called gavel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Awesome.
Don't let this be the last. Yeah, because you're born. Just blowing. I'm like, go girl with your pants.